So I've just added some water to the page in this little square sketchbook. I'm painting on both sides of the paper, just adding plain water, and then some acrylic ink that I'm dropping into that very wet water and watching it bleed and move on the page. And it's uncontrollable, and it's marks that are kind of painting itself. And now I've added another color to it, on the opposite, of something warm, sienna color, and I'm adding water to the ink now and watching as it begins to bleed and spread and creating a unique background that will just begin to break open the page. Now I'm using a little bit of black acrylic, high flow acrylic from Golden, and just making some dark values on the page. And usually I like to try to start with trying to create some interest on the page. And that's what I'm doing with this red Sharpie marker, China marker. And just notice that I'm holding the pen in a really loose, fun way. And now I've taken a paper towel that comes in to add a little extra texture, dry things a little quicker, and add some more unexpected marks. Now I'm using a little stamp pad. This is just a Distress ink stamp pad from Ranger, just to add more interest in the background. And you can use anything that you want to start your sketchbook pages. I've started mine, and I never start them really the same way. They're always different. Now I'm adding a little bit of acrylic. This is some Blick acrylic that I'm muddying up a little bit to add another color, but I'm kind of staying in these warm colors. And now I'm adding a little bit of this acrylic ink. I'll muddy that up a little bit, not really cleaning my brush in between, just using the flow of the energy of what's happening on the page and just going spontaneously. It doesn't have to be planned out. Of course, if you want to plan it, you can, but I think half the fun is getting lost in the process. And now I've used that paper towel again to damp up some of it and create some texture. I think not sure that you can see it, but there's that paper towel marks that are in the page now. Now I'm using the side of a foam brush and using those. It's kind of a dry brush technique that I'm just kind of creating these marks. Everything's different. The marks are all different. I've got some chunky marks and some, here's that pencil again. And now I'm writing in with another marker pencil. It looks like handwriting, just fake handwriting. So it creates kind of depth of space, interest. I've now picked up a marker, paint pen, paint marker, big fat chunky marks that are all different from the brush. So that object makes a different kind of mark and feels very different. So now I've switched to a cool color and I'm just creating interest on the page. And I've added this a high flow acrylic to one of these fine liners, and it gives me the opportunity to make another kind of mark with flowing ink on the page. And I can also make little dots. So that's how I start this thing, and then I struggle a little bit to get the cap on in the end. But there you have it. That's how it all starts, and I hope you'll be encouraged to do the same. Start a sketchbook and have some fun. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.